2,100 cauliflower plants, 2,100 broccoli plants. These guys, believe it or not, have been in the ground for probably 7 or 8 weeks now.
No kidding.
Uncured.
And then you have to wait a while, because then we'll have to harvest all of it and bring it into the greenhouse and hang it up to dry, and then it'll be dried.
I'm ignorant about this. Each one will produce one.
One, exactly.
One head, yeah.
And each one of these was started with a clove from a head.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and so this is a variety called
so that's how they propagate.
music.
Just one clove.
Exactly.
So you take a head and you break it apart, and then you just stick it in.
With the pointy part up.
This was all planted here by, I pulled this out because there were 2 of them in there, so it wasn't ever going to make a decent sized head, but this was all planted. The first 3 rows here were planted by a bunch of 3rd graders last October.
From
and then
where? What school?
From the Charlottesville Waldorf School.
Yeah.
And then they...
it smells good.
Smells good, yeah. You could eat that as an onion. And then the rest of it was planted by our CSA members at our fall party. It's a good time it's a good activity for kids. And then this is dianthus here. This is also perennial. It's all about to just totally burst.
So where's the bloom in that?
So what is it? It's a cultivator tractor. It's an international harvester. This one's a 1970s model. Basic same design since like 1949.
Oh my gosh.
They don't make them anymore, but the demand's still out there for people like us to use for market farms. So we bought this for $3,500 bucks. But you can see how the engine blocks offset so that when you're sitting, you can see what you're driving over.
And is it not only that, but is it actually where it's mounted? I don't think.
Exactly, and instead of being mounted behind the tractor, it's mounted underneath.
Yeah.
And so you can see it actually just moves from the force of driving. So it has hydraulics, it lowers it down, and then as I'm driving, it spins.
We call that a squash beetle. It's also called a cucurbit beetle. They're very destructive.
And you do them all by hand?
Well,
we'll go through by hand first, and then we'll spray Pygantic on it, which is an organic...
It's made from chrysanthemums.
Yeah. Again.
More salad mix, more spinach, more arugula.